Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healing. Tonight is going to be a great night. Don't you think? Yes. So, trying to think what's new. Beautiful day here in the Northland. Mud all over my yard. And good little Dexter, or excuse me, good little Duncan, who generally doesn't really do anything wrong or get into trouble, escaped my yard today. But luckily he was so busy sniffing that I caught him in the neighbor's yard. But yeah, so that was sort of exciting. Trying to think what else. They've just been wild. I posted the three of them, the two dogs and Rudy, on this. I've got this pool liner that I'm hoping to put a pond in my yard. So it's upside down, and it's been covered with snow all winter, and today they realized that the snow wasn't too bad on top of it. So it's sort of funny. All three of them are perched on the pool liner, having a good time. Oh, and there is Paula. Welcome, Paula. Wow, Paula. So that's definitely progress. So I sort of imagine that, and what she's talking about for those of you watching is this is the iTerracare terahertz wand, and it's sort of like a blow dryer, but it has frequency and light and some heat, and I've been having some good success with it, and so Paula was kind enough to be one of my first people. I do have a link at the beginning of the chat that has my schedule for Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because those are typically my quietest days, and you can just plan on booking a free session and trying that. But I sort of think, Paula, that it's probably similar to the healing pulse, where the healing will last for a while, but until you get to the underlying issues, it will probably come back. And so I think what that tells me is there's probably some underlying issues with your wrist that we need to, well, we would need to continue to work on if you decided to do that. But also with additional underlying issues, stress can be a trigger. So like if you had a stressful day at work, it would bring things back sooner. At least that's my thought so far. But we will see. But I sort of have the feeling that it's very similar to the healing pulse. So, but that's amazing that you were pain free for a while and were able to sleep without any pain or numbness. Because when did we did that Tuesday? Ooh, and there's Marina. Welcome, Marina. I hope everybody is well. We will be starting our first healing pulse in 4 minutes. Oh, and there is Joanne. Welcome, Joanne. I hope you are well also. Ooh, and there's Mary. Welcome, Mary. We are going to get started on our first healing in still 4 minutes. And I will give you instructions right before we start on that. And then people will post in the comments anything that they want to work on tonight related to something that I can help them with. So typically we'll work on releasing a negative belief that's playing a role in whatever issue that you want to work on. We also work on releasing a negative emotion that's related to that. And then we end the night with reinforcing a positive emotion that you need. So, and that's the best part, is the positive one, but the negative stuff, it's important too. So I hope everybody is enjoying the week. Joanne, do you still have snow where you're at? So for those of you who don't know, Joanne's in Canada. So, yes. All right, so Paula, you are number 2 on the list because Joan can't be here, and I told her that I would put her on the list because she promised she was going to watch the replay. So, oh, and there's Anne Marie. Welcome, Anne Marie. All right, so Paula. So tonight is show number 88. Would you believe that? That's sort of exciting. All right, so Paula, more mindful. And living in the moment. That's nice. Oh, Dexter is being a pain. What's going on with you? Are you gonna sleep? He wants some attention, I think. Oh, now you're quiet. So Dexter is part Chihuahua and Jack Russell. And you know how Chihuahuas sometimes shake and get freaked out? He loves the Itera wand. When I'm using it, because I use it on myself, with so far not really results for me, but other people, 2 out of 3 that had some cool results. So I know it does something because it's overcomes his fear, and he wants me to use it on him. It's the strangest thing. So at some point I'll shoot a video because it's actually sort of funny, him wanting it. All right, so I've got, okay, Joanne, forgiveness and forgetting. That's a hard one, but it's really important because if you carry anger, hatred, I believe it's the cause of disease and other things. So forgiveness is really important. All right, so forgiveness and forgetting. All right, Marina. Okay. All right, so Marina, we're going to work on any energies that you're holding on from your breakup. Energies and emotions. Making sure I got that. Ooh, and we're late for starting the healing pulse, but let me just get this. Can't think and write 2 different things. Okay. All right, Anne-Marie, got you down too. Nice list, people. Mindfulness, anger. Very good, Anne-Marie. Okay, so the healing pulse. So this is energy that you're going to receive where you direct it to. And so if you have some physical issue, that's usually the easiest place to receive it because it's so obvious. So you'll rub your hands together until they're warm and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. If you don't have a physical place, do you have something emotional? And if you do, or something anxiety related, think about where you feel those energies. And that's where you'll want to place your hands. So again, rub your hands together, place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then here's the most important part, that you're open and allowing the energy to flow and go exactly to where it needs to go. Imagine as you're breathing in, the healing goes in just a little further, a little deeper, goes exactly where it's needed. As you exhale, imagine that you are releasing things that do not belong to you, aren't there for your highest good, and just need to be gone. So in with the good, out with the bad. Just breathe that in, and we'll just do it for another minute longer. Okay, so that was our first healing pulse of the night. Let me know how you did. I'm just going to change a setting, and we will jump right in to doing the individual mini healings. I just need to change a setting. And then once I do that, I know there's a few people that said they weren't going to be here tonight, so we're just going to jump in and okay, I think I did it. Yep. Ooh, and there's Jane. Welcome, Jane. We just finished our first healing pulse, so if you want to get on the list, just let me know. So Joan is first. We're going to work on Joan attracting a new job. So we're going to see if there's a negative belief that is hindering her in any way. So let's see what that would be. So I've got I don't fit in anywhere. All right, let's see how or what age that was at. "26." So we're going to release and remove that from Joan. So that released. And I also intend that the void is filled with healing energy. Okay, Paula, you are next. So Paula wants to work on being more mindful and living in the moment. So let's see. There's a negative belief. Do you get there is? Ooh, I am uninteresting. I don't believe that for a minute. But let me get an age. Uninteresting. All right, let's 14. Let's release that. Oh, and there's Sissy. Welcome. So I did release, and the voids have been filled. All right, so Jane, I'm adding you to the list. If anyone else has come in, be sure you put what you want to work on. So Jane wants to focus. Focus on energy for going back after spring break. Jane's a teacher, so I hope you've had a really good spring break. Focus on energy to return to work. So Jane, do you ever think about retiring at all? Oh, so was this maybe a theme for you, Paula, as you were growing up? Oh, sissy. So you're having a tough week again. Let's put stress down for you. All right, Joanne is next, and she's working on forgiveness and forgetting. Let's see if she's got a negative belief that's adding to that. I am unattractive, which I don't believe that either. None of these do I believe for any of you. So if I don't say that and it's you, I still don't believe it, okay? For any of you. All right, so let's get an age on that. 16, Joanne. We're going to get rid of those energies. Oh, Jane, that sounds really nice, those beach walks. I understand. I would love to be retired, but it's going to be a while for me too. Okay. All right, so Joanne, I've released that negative belief. Next, Marina. Marina's working on the energies that she's been carrying around from a breakup. So let's see what that would be. Ooh, I am not special. Definitely another one. I don't believe any of it. And I'm going to check the age on that, Marina, because and see if it was if this is from the breakup or if this was from earlier. Yeah, this is from earlier, but it's linked. The energy is linked to the breakup too. So let's see. 12. Let's get rid of that. That's not helpful. That did release. The voids have been filled. Anne Marie, you're next. And you want to work on mindfulness and anger. So we're going to separate those two. Yeah, I'm getting there better separate. So let's see which one we're going to do the anger first. I don't exist. I'll have to check that, Marina. Let me get an age. Summer Avalanche join. Did I disappear? My camera went out. Some type of glitchy thing. I'm hoping you can hear me. Sometimes you can't after my camera goes out. Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to just double check. Because Marina, I think that has come up for you before. However, keep in mind, especially when you're young, sometimes you do have things that come up multiple times because each instance you experienced it, sometimes it gets trapped. Yeah, it's interesting to go back and look at things to see if we've had certain themes. Oh, good. That's weird, yeah, because on my end, the video went off and it said that it was hidden from the screen, so I put it back on. Yeah, so Marina, I'm seeing definitely sort of a similar theme. Yeah, so it's definitely good to release. Okay, Jane, you are next. So Jane wants to focus on increasing her energy so she can go back to work because her work is very labor and mentally intensive. Oh, and there's Donna. 26, Anne Marie. So Marina, this one I am not special, age 12. Or were you saying the 225? Was that? Let's just see. For those of you who don't know, I keep track of everything. Yep, I am. Yep, I am not special. I've got 18. So definitely multiple thoughts at the same time, but different ages, and they all are sort of connected. All right, so Jane, let's see what we can do to help you increase your energy. Donna, let me know if there's anything you want to work on tonight. And another one, I don't believe. It's I am ugly. And yeah, that's not true either. But I know there are times when we feel all of these things. So let's see what age that was for you, Jane. 16. So let's get rid of that because that's connected to how you're feeling your energy. So we're going to release and remove that. Yes, Marina, similar theme. Interesting. Good correlation you put together there, Marina. Okay, so Jane, that did release. And Sissy, you are next. Sissy wants to work on stress. I don't fit in anywhere. Let's get an age on that. Age 16. I think 16 is the most common age tonight because that's the third time tonight. So let's release age 16 for Sissy. Great, Mary. I will add you to the list. And Donna, I'm going to put you next to Sissy. The sisters and the stress, I think, runs in your family. That's too bad. Okay, so Sissy, that did release. So Donna, let's see. What the negative belief that's playing a role in some of your stress. I am shameful. Again, not something I believe, but sometimes in a certain time period, it's what we personally have believed. Good. I'm glad I was able to help you release that. All right, so I'm shameful. Let's see what age that was for Donna. 26, Donna. So somewhere plus or minus a year. So 25, 26, 27, somewhere in there. So I did get that released. And the voids have been filled. All right, so Mary, who's new, and everyone welcome Mary. She wants to work on more energy and motivation. That's a nice one. Ooh. I don't think this one's come up before. But I know at some point we have all felt this. And it's the belief that there's something wrong with me. Let me get an age on that for you, Mary. Age 12. Ooh, that's a tough one for 12. Let's release and remove that. You're welcome, Sissy. Okay, so that released and the voids have been filled. So we are going to start on our next healing pulse. And so if you were here for the first pulse, if you want to use the same location where you sent the energy to, that is great. If you want to try somewhere new, that's great too, because the energy will go to where you place your hands. If you don't really have a place that you want to receive the energy, I suggest sending it to your heart. That's a fabulous place, and then you'll just imagine that the energy's flowing. So I want you to rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And be open and allowing. For those of you who experience greater healing when you incorporate breath, we're going to start with the box breath. For those of you who don't notice a difference, that's fine. Just breathe how you normally breathe. But for those of you who do notice a difference with the breath, I want you to breathe in as deep as you can and hold it, and breathe out as long as you can and hold it, and then start the process again. So in, hold, out, and hold. Okay, so that was Healing Pulse number 2 of the night. Let me know how you guys did. You know, I always like hearing if it was helpful. So next, we're going to take the issue that you've given me and see if there are negative trapped emotions related to what you're working on. And Joan is first. Joan wants to work on attracting a new job. Let's see if there's any negative emotions that are part of what's preventing her. And then there is sorrowful. Usually I can't say that word. Today I nailed it, I think, right? Okay, let's see what age Joan had sorrowful. 12. Let's go ahead and release that. And why, Joanne, would that be a surprise? You are one of my chief yawners, which is, yawning is a really good sign that you are opening the energies up to receive more healing. Because the yawn like releases space. So I think that's good, because that means that you are making more room for forgiveness and forgetting, right? You are very welcome, Mary. I'm glad you experienced something. Not everyone experiences the benefits of the healing pulse, but it's an amazing tool. All right, Angie, I will add you to the list. I'm worried about money. That's hard. And everything's going up so quickly. All right, so I'm going to do Angie next. And it's a word I don't recall having before. There's like 400 on my list, so it's slammed, which I can relate to that, and money, and the energies of it with just things going up everywhere. But let me get an age for you, Angie, on that. 21. I don't know if that rings a bell, Angie, but it's plus or minus a year. So 20, 21, 22. Something in there that was just, you were just really overwhelmed with everything. So let's go ahead and release that. So that did release, and the voids have been filled. All right, Paula, you are next. Paula wants to work on being more mindful and living in the moment. Minimized. Let's get an age on that. That could possibly be that. Was it sort of an intense time, Angie? 26, Paula. So let's release that. Okay, so that did release, and the voids have been filled. Joanne, you are next. Forgiveness and forgetting. Harsh. Let's see what age that was. So that matches. Well, hopefully this will take things down at least a notch and help you get through this a bit. So Joanne, let's find out an age for harsh. 16. So let's get rid of that. That's not helpful. Yes, you did, Leslie. I'm working on removing negative trapped emotions, so let me know if there's something you want to work on. Glad to see you. It's definitely been a while. So that released, and the void's been filled. All right, Marina, you are next. Marina wants to work on energies from a past breakup. Uh-oh, got moving dogs. Okay, so little one's going away. Duncan, are you going to sit down? All right. Come here, Dexter, sit down. Sorry. It's like they decide they all have to get up. All right, you just sit down. Come on, sit down. You are welcome, Leslie. All right, so Marina. Sorry about that. Dexter, sit down. Okay. I will add you to the list, Leslie. And we've got a couple healing pulses, so hopefully that will help your anxiety too. Okay. Melancholy, Marina. Let's get an age on that. Yes. Okay. So Marina, that was age, let's see, 13. Definitely not something that you want to keep hanging on to. So let's get rid of that because that's playing a role. So that did release, and the voids have been filled. Leslie, you are next. Pressured. Let's get an age on that and see if it lines up. You are welcome, Marina. Leslie, age 14, so plus or minus a year. And if I don't say it, all of these ages are plus or minus a year because ages are the hardest thing. So I'm hoping that we can sort of help you pinpoint. For most of you, you don't have to exactly know what it is or what it was, but I do think it's more powerful if you can actually correlate an event or a memory with this. But like for me, it's rare for me to know what happened when I was a kid related to emotions unless it was like really huge. So Leslie, we're going to go ahead and release pressured. So with that, it was somewhere 13, 14, 15 in there. So let's release that. I did get that released. Anne Marie, you are next. And this time we're going to work on mindfulness. Misunderstood. So let's get an age on that. Wow. That is a lot of pressure. Crazy. All right, so Anne Marie, I need an age for misunderstood. Yeah, especially as an adults, I don't think most people understand that the trauma that we went through as kids sometimes haunts us. So this is really good that we released that, Leslie. $18, Anne-Marie. So let's release that. So that did release. And the void's been filled. Jane, you are next. Jane wants more energy to get back to school. Inflexible. Let's release that because having this makes it harder for you to be flexible. And especially when dealing with kids, I think you know it's much easier to be flexible. Let's see what age this occurred at. 13, Jane. So let's go ahead and release that. You are very welcome, Leslie. All right, so that released. And the voids have been filled. Sissy, you are next. Mixed up. Let's get an age on that, see if that makes sense. 16. Let's release that because that's not helpful. I'm getting that did release. Donna, you are next. Yes, definitely a good one to release for you, Jane. Donna, hardened. Let me get an age on that and see if that makes sense. You are very welcome, Sissy. 18. So somewhere 17, 18, 19. There was something that made you feel sort of hardened. So let's release that. Okay, so that released and the voids have been filled. Mary, you are next. Mary's working on more energy and motivation. So let's see if there's a negative emotion that is tied to keeping her from that more energy. Turned off. Let me get an age and see if maybe an age will help. 16. Again, I think that's the age of the night is 16. So we're going to release and remove turned off around 16. So somewhere 15, 16, 17 in there, Mary. But that's playing a role in keeping your energy down and being less motivated. So that did release. And the voids have been filled just in time for Healing Pulse number 3. Okay, so pick your spot and where you want to receive the energy. Rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And as I always say, the most important part is just be open and allowing. With each breath in, imagine the energy and the healing goes a little deeper, especially with those of you dealing with stress. Imagine with each breath in, that you get a little bit more calm, a little bit more relieved, and as you exhale, imagine the stress just sort of ebbing away. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 3. And next, excuse me, next, my favorite part, we are going to find positive words for each of us and reinforce them. So I've got a list of about 200 positive emotions. And so I will pick one for each of you and we will reinforce it. And you know, I'm always curious. So if someone else gets a really good word, let me know if you're going to use it too, because that's always sort of fun. All right, so starting with Joan. Let's see what her word is. Focused. I think she's gotten that before. Or something similar to that. All right, so reinforcing that for Joan. Wow, so that was right on for the timing of that. Yeah, it was 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. Thank you, Leslie. I love it too. Just so fun. Okay, Angie, you are next. We're going to find a positive emotion and reinforce it within you. Ooh, unique. That is a nice one. So reinforcing being unique and enjoying it. Because I think that's part of it. I think when we're younger, being unique is not always something we want. So it draws attention when it's not always wanted. But I think as you get older, especially, it's a good thing. All right, Paula, you are next. Ooh, zealous. And in a good way, Paula. That sounds sort of fun. All right, so reinforcing that. Yes, Joanne, that's a good one, isn't it? Okay, so that reinforced for Paula. Joanne, you are next. Unbiased. Interesting, Joanne. Let's reinforce that. You are very welcome, Anne-Marie. Marina, you are next. Let's see what Marina gets. Unselfish. So reinforcing that. Yes, that's a good positive word. You are very welcome, Joanne. Leslie, you are next. Let's see what your positive word is. Trusting. So we're going to reinforce that. Okay. Just making sure I don't miss anybody. Anne Marie, you are next. Let's see what you get. Yes. Angie, you got unique. That's a nice one. Wonderful, Marina. I like it when things match up for you guys. All right, so Anne Marie, let's see what you get. Prepared. I think that's a good thing, right? To be prepared. I think it's less stressful when you're prepared. Reinforced and prepared for Anne Marie. Yes, Leslie, I think that is a good one. You are very welcome, Angie. Okay, Jane, you are next. United, Jane. So reinforcing that. Sissy, you are next. And if ever you guys miss something I'm doing, this is available on Facebook or YouTube, and you could just fast forward to the area that you want. So I know there's a few of you that don't always make it the whole time because you fall asleep, which that's good too. Yeah, I think that's a nice one, Emery. All right, so Sissy, let's see. It's united, Jane. I'm sorry if I said reunited, but it's united. I think that's a nice one, though. All right, so I'm getting closer to getting Sissy's. Respectful. So reinforcing that. Well, then I think that's a good minor adjustment, Jane. Good. Own it. All right, Donna, you are next, and then Mary. And then we will end the night with, we'll do the aura strengthening. Nice, but I think you should do both, Jane. Yeah, you guys are all getting some really good ones. And I really like it when they seem to really match up with what you're working on. Ooh, this is a good one. Donna, exuberant. Hope that doesn't add your stress, but maybe it makes it fun. So let's reinforce that. Mary, you are next. Oh, and then I am going to do a little mini commercial tonight. You know, I'm so bad at commercials. Worthy. That's a nice one. So Mary, that was yours. Worthy. So reinforcing that. Okay. So show number 88. I'm thinking for show number 100, I'm going to probably give away a session. So I'm not quite sure. So several things. So last week I mentioned I'm going to start doing meditation videos. I'm still sort of working out the logistics. So here's a question. Yeah, worthy is a nice one. So I know there's a few of you, I think unique was a good one that a few of you took. Exuberant, that's a good one, especially for those of you who are looking for more energy. Worthy is a good one. So yeah, some really good ones. But going back to the meditation, so I know some of you have sleep issues. So I'm going to do some meditations for sleep issues, and these will pretty much, the majority of them will be guided meditations. So here's a question for you. If you are listening to a guided sleep meditation, and I had planned on having like floaty music like in the background, but once I finish speaking and the floaty music continues, does it wake you up when the video turns off? Or am I better doing the guided meditation, and so when my voice ends, the video ends, and so there's just, I'm hoping by then you're sort of into it. So what do you think about music? That's my thing. It's like, okay, or is it nice just to, do you look for 10-minute, 20-minute meditation videos? So I just run the music up until then. So when you do meditation videos, especially if you do the guided, let me know what you think. And then I am doing free mini healing sessions. It takes maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I've had a few people try it, and oh, hold on, Dexter's laying out there. So this is an Itera Care wand. It has frequencies, light, heat, and I've been experimenting with distance healing, and I've had some good results, some not, I'm not sure. So on the top of, well, actually, let me just bring it down. So I am taking free appointments, no charge, Tuesdays and Wednesdays between 10 a.m. Central and 7 p.m. So here's my appointment link if you want to go ahead and do that. Let me just make sure that gets through. There. And so if you want to book something, we'll probably just meet on Facebook video and we'll just see. So at some point, when I get enough people that have done the individual, I might try it on a Thursday night with a group with you guys and just see. Okay, thank you for that feedback, Leslie. So part of it is I think I just need to do it, because the more I think about all the different components and layers, the longer it'll just take me to do it. I just need to do it. So I think I've got everything in place to do it. I've got all the pieces. It's just putting everything together. All right, so next we are going to do aura strengthening. And the important thing about aura strengthening is it helps repel negativity. And you know that life lately has been pretty negative in so many places. And so when your aura is stronger, it doesn't affect you as much, although it helps if you don't turn on the TV. News, internet, avoid the news, and things on the internet that are upsetting. So with this, you can use the healing pulse energy, although I do like you to get used to using your own energy. And so with this, I'm also giving you a week's worth of healing pulses to go. They're sort of in a healing pulse baggie. Wonderful, Leslie. Thank you. So to use a healing pulse, basically you just set the intention you want to use a healing pulse. You rub your hands together, you place your hands, and then you imagine the energy flowing. And many people have told me that this actually does work. So if you need a boost midweek, try that. Or watch the replay and fast forward between the healing pulses. All right, so with the aura strengthening, I want you to rub your hands together. And then I want you to send to your aura. I always do like this, but I know some people probably do like this or like this. But just imagine the energy flowing off your hands into your aura, making it stronger, more protective, and really expanding the feeling of safety. So just breathe that energy in. Open and allowing. Okay, so that was it for the Thursday night mini healings. I'm Summer Avalon with Summer Avalon Healing Arts. If you have any questions, I do offer a free 15-minute consultation. We can do that on the phone. We can do that on Facebook Messenger. We can do it on Zoom. Many different options for that. So just let me know. I'm here every Thursday at 7 Central. And take advantage of the freebie. So I'm not sure how long I'll offer that. I think right now I've got it listed through March, but I'll probably do it through April too. But it's helpful for me, which is why I'm just doing it for free. I had never intended on really using this in my healing practice, but there's just a lot of really great testimonials that have really surprised me. So we'll see. But I'm going to continue to offer this and see how it helps people. But let me know if you have questions, if you need to schedule for a different day other than Tuesday or Wednesday for the free mini healing sessions with the wand. And I hope everybody has a great week. So I will be back next Thursday. I hope you are too. And so have a fabulous night. Just looking to see. Good night, Leslie. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Marina. Wonderful, Jane. I love hearing that. Thank you for sharing that. Good night, Sissy. Good night, Marina. You're welcome, Jane. Glad you could make it. Thank you, Leslie. I hope to see everyone next week. Yes, you too, Mary. Good night, Emery.